How's it going, everybody? Mike back again. Uh, Still looking at my DVD music collection, and this time we're looking at. I think we're up to part 4. We left off last time, right before we got to Billy Joel. So here it is, folks. Along with Harry Chapin, my all-time favorite, Billy Joel. And we'll start off here with this really crummy looking case. It just says Billy Joel Music Laden, which is a German program, 1976, 1978. Obviously a bootleg, no writing, no nothing. What it basically is, it's actually real good quality though. I bought it at a rock and roll convention, similar to like a Comic-Con type thing, but it was rock and roll. They had tons of rock memorabilia, all kinds of signed crap, and a bunch of stuff that was way out of price range. But the best thing for me was finding all kinds of bootleg CDs and DVDs, and I picked up a bunch of stuff, among them a couple of Billy Joel bootlegs, and it's actually marked wrong. The one from 1978 is from Germany. The one from 1976 is Connecticut, so it's hardly music Latin. I'm not sure where it originally aired or whatever, but it's a it's pretty long. Each program is about an hour. The one from Connecticut 1976 is about an hour and 20, and right before he broke big with The Stranger in 1977. But he does great versions of Captain Jack and You're My Home and Angry Young Man. He opens the show with, as he still does often. Not in this last tour, but recently. So a couple great shows here in this bootleg that I think I paid $10 for. If you saw my VHS, you saw the one Billy Joel Live at Long Island. Well, this is the same program that I got on DVD. And this is from 1982. This picture, obviously, is from not from 1982. This is circa probably 1990. But there's the pictures from the actual concert. And there's the song list. And this is actually region free. I'm not sure Billy Joel sees a penny from this. This is one of those unofficial releases, I think. But there's the inside. You see, once again, I've made a CD of it. There's actually, there's actually 2 CDs in there because it's long enough that one CD won't fit. Comes with this little book pamphlet. It's a little bit of reading material, and there's a picture from the concert in 1982. This concert was done in support of the Nylon Curtain album, which had hits Allentown Pressure, Goodnight Saigon on there. Those were the main hits off that album, but plenty of good songs on there. And this has 16 tracks. Starts out with Allentown, which was a brand new song at the time. My Life, Angry Young Man. Piano Man was done 4th in the show. Unlike in more recent years where he's always closed the show with Piano Man, actually ever since the late 80s, early 90s. In recent tours, he's actually closed the show with Piano Man, but not the encore. Then he's come back and done like a 4 or 5 song encore, and usually ending the show with like Only the Good Die Young or something. But back then, he always closed the show with a short song called Souvenir, which is literally like a 2-minute song. Came out in like 74, 76. But this has a lot of hits on here. The only songs that aren't hits would be songs from the new album at the time, like Scandinavian Skies, which was from the Nylon Curtain. But the rest, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, Just the Way You Are, Still Rock and Roll to Me, Sometimes a Fantasy, Big Shot, You May Be Right, Only the Good Die Young, Pressure, Moving Out, The Stranger. Just really, really good concert. And this, as I mentioned in my VHS video, was not this, but the VHS copy was the very first VHS tape that I ever bought for myself with my own money, way back when I was young, and that was like $20, and that was back when I was like 12 years old. So think I used to get like a $10 a week allowance, so that was like 2 weeks allowance back at, so very close to my heart, this program. When my parents used to go out, I didn't have a VCR in my room, so I had, the only VCR was down in the living room. So when my parents would go out, I would put the tape in and just blast it. And we're talking like 8th grade, that kind of year, that kind of age, like 12, 13, 14 years old, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, and just blast it and sing along and, waking up the neighbors. But all good stuff. Love it. Next is Billy Joel live at Yankee Stadium. Now it's commonplace for Billy Joel to play large baseball stadiums. As I mentioned, next month he's coming to Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, where I live, where the Phillies play. He's done Shea Stadium, Yankee Stadium, Fenway Park, Wrigley Field. But it was not as commonplace back in 1989 when this was recorded. And this was done in as part of the Stormfront tour. Stormfront was the album that came out in '89, which had the hits We Didn't Start the Fire, The Downeaster Alexa, I Go to Extremes, and So It Goes. So this was done in support of that. And there's the disc, made to look at baseball. Made a CD out of this one too. Made a couple CDs out of this one. There's that same, we've seen this same Sony music catalog in about 10 releases that I've opened so far. But regardless, this is really cool. There's the back. I know the glare's a bitch, folks, sorry about that. But it's actually done like a baseball card, with the date of birth, place of birth. And it's got 15 tracks, Stormfront, I Go to Extremes, Italian Restaurant, Downeaster Alexa, Pressure, New York State of Mind, We Didn't Start the Fire, does a version of Shout, That's Not Her Style, Miami 2017, Seeing the Lights Go Out on Broadway, Matter of Trust, and ending with Piano Man. This is really cool. It starts out with like 10 to 15 minutes of documentary footage of, New York DJs talking about the concert and Billy Joel at a press conference announcing it, and, some different cool footage of the folks getting into the stadium, some pre-show antics backstage, and then the show itself. For a DVD, sounds pretty good, it's in 5.1 surround sound, and, this is still in print. You can still get this, so it's good stuff. And this is Billy Joel, the Essential Video Collection. Again, in my VHS, there's Billy Joel, the Ultimate, or whatever it's called, the video album, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and this is basically the same thing. This is, there's that same catalog again. Should I open it, folks? Let's just open it once and for all and see what's in there. Alright, it's just other Sony DVD. There's a couple more Billy Joels down there. But it's just some Sony releases. But this seems to be in every Sony, Columbia DVD that I have. So, but there's the disc. And what this is well, first, let's see. 26 tracks. And the DVD came out. I'm trying to find a year for the DVD. I don't see it. But anyway, it's 105 minutes. And what it is, it's all the MTV videos. And you know how big MTV was in the 80s. And artists, they had to make music videos. So there's great songs on here. And you can see the cheesiness of some of these videos. Some of them are promotional videos from the 70s, pre-MTV, which are really cool. Which is just, like Billy Joel in concert. There's the back cover. And, but the ones from the 80s, a lot of them, like, if you watch the Allentown video, very embarrassing, you'll see why. But, sometimes a fantasy, a really cool video. All for Lena, great video. And then ones you've probably seen on MTV if you grew up in the 80s. Uptown Girl and Baby Grand with Ray Charles. She's Right on Time, which they played a lot at the beginning of MTV, around like 82, 83. Leave a Tender Moment Alone, You're Only Human, Second Wind, A Matter of Trust, that was a huge video. So, they're all here. And then, well, they're not all there, because this is Billy Joel's Greatest Hits Volume 3, the video. And this is more. This basically takes us up to 82, 83, leaves off in the middle of an Innocent Man album, which came out in 83. And this picks up in the middle of an Innocent Man album and goes through 1997, when this DVD came out. And again, there's that catalog again. And just the disc. There's the back cover. Billy still had hair. Always those big sunglasses that he favored back in the day. There's the track list. It's all, again, all videos, starting with Keeping the Faith, Leningrad, We Didn't Start the Fire, I Go to Extremes, and So It Goes, Downeaster Alexa, live versions of Shameless and All About Soul, No Man's Land, Lullaby, Goodnight My Angel, The River of Dreams, To Make You Feel My Love, which is a Bob Dylan song, which was on Greatest Hits Volume 3, and Hey Girl, which is an oldie that he covered. So, again, Billy Joel Greatest Hits Volume 1, 2, and 3, the videos. This is another bootleg that I picked up. This is Billy Joel, Big Shots Live, they called it. Live at the Wachovia Center, Philadelphia, PA, March 7th, 2006. I've seen Billy Joel in concert over 24 times. About 9 or 10 of those times were the face-to-face concerts with Elton John. But, you know, at least 15 times I've seen him solo. And I was at this show, so it was great to find this. Because this is good quality. It was, I don't know who shot it, but it was professionally shot. So, you know, it looks like it looks almost as good as anything you'd buy at the store. And this is the complete concert from March 7th, 2006, right before my 29th birthday. So I was just about to turn 29 when I was at this concert. And I remember this concert specifically because it was right around my birthday. And it's in 2 parts. Just great songs on here. You know, and for somebody who's as big of a fan as I am, I enjoy it more when he plays the, you know, the B-sides and the rarities more than the hits. So, of course, all the hits are here, but then the B-side type stuff, like Everybody Loves You Now, and Zanzibar, and Stiletto, Sleeping with the Television On, you know, so, James, songs like that I really get a kick out of, because those are the songs where most people get up and go take a piss. But I'm such a huge fan. I know every word to every song. And so yeah, I haven't missed a Billy Joel concert in Philadelphia since 1993. So that tells you something. Next month in August, I still don't have tickets, but it's the great thing about StubHub is you can always get something last minute. You know, maybe I'll win a radio contest. Who knows? Maybe a miracle will happen and somebody will invite me. Maybe I'll get a free ticket. If not, last minute I'll buy something. But anyway, this is great to have because I was actually at this show. And this last play at Shea, I told you in the Blu-rays I showed you the concert where it was the actual concert where he closed out Shea. It was the last show ever, the last thing ever done at Shea Stadium where the Mets played. Now they play at Citi Field, I guess, in New York. But this is not the concert. This is the documentary, and this has been on Showtime a lot. You can see it on Showtime. It's always on demand, and but it's really cool. The DVD, it's from 2008. The DVD's from 2010. It's 96 minutes. And it's a documentary about that Shea Stadium performance, which I showed on my Blu-ray. If you want to look at that, check out my Blu-ray video, my Blu-ray music video. But this is just the accompanying documentary. So I have the concert on Blu-ray, but the documentary I'm not sure is available on Blu-ray. So this is the DVD of the last play at Shea, where he closed out Shea Stadium in 2008. Now, this one is out of order chronologically, but it bridges the gap between the next artist alphabetically, which is Elton John. And this is one of their face-to-face concerts. Billy Joel and Elton John, the Piano Men, live in Tokyo. And this has 15 songs recorded at the Tokyo Dome in Japan, March 31, 1998. And there's the back cover. And as I've said, I've seen them in concert 9 or 10 times. This comes with a little insert, minimal reading material, some photos there. So this is part of their face-to-face tour in Japan. And their face-to-face concerts are cool because Billy Joel always closes the show, which is cool. If anybody hasn't seen one of those shows, what they do is they come out together for 2, 3, or 4 songs that they sing together. Then Billy goes backstage, and Elton and his band comes out and does like an hour, hour and a half set. Then they go off. Billy Joel and his band come out, do an hour, hour and a half set of Billy Joel songs. And then both bands come out. And so you'll have 2 drummers, 12 guitar players, a couple bass players, a couple keyboard players, beyond Billy and Elton, of course, on their pianos. So you have a packed stage. And they do another half hour, 45 minutes of each other's songs, which is really cool to see. So, for example, they come out, and in this show, they start off with Elton John's Your Song and Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. And then, and you can tell that this is edited, this isn't a full concert. But then the Billy Joel part is like Angry Young Man, The Stranger, hits. And then the Elton John part, Candle in the Wind, songs like that. And then they both come back out and sing together. They sing The Bitches back, the Elton John song, You May Be Right, and end with Piano Man as usual. So this is really cool to have. This is the only video that I have of any kind of face-to-face tour, but you can look that up on YouTube, and there's tons of footage of Billy Joel and Elton John playing together. So that brings me to my next artist, which is Elton John. I have 3 titles here. One is this Elton John Dream Ticket mini box set kind of thing. And it's DVD, 4 DVDs. DVD 1 is October 21st, 2000 from Madison Square Garden. DVD 2 is December 1st, 2002, London, the Royal Opera House. DVD 3 is Ephesius, the Great Amphitheater, July 17th, 2001. And DVD 4 is called Elton in 4 Decades, 1969 to 2004. It's over 7 hours and over 70 songs. There's the back cover. We see how they broke it down. This is disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4. And when you open it up, there's the booklet you get with it. And it's, pretty sizable. It's on really heavy, thick stock, heavy paper. There's pictures of Elton John through the years. Back in the 70s and early 80s when he used to wear the crazy costumes. Into the late 80s, 90s, and 2000s. At the end, there's a complete, at the end of the booklet, there's a complete song list for each of the 4 DVDs. Man, always these little papers. This was a Best Buy exclusive. Look at this. 10% off any XM satellite radio. Let's see. Expires 3/28/05. So you can tell this is not brand new. But when we open up this set, it's all one piece. So you can back it up. It opens up like that. And so when you close it up, that's the way it closes. And really cool stuff. I'm reading from the booklet now here. Like I said, DVD 1 is Madison Square Garden, Greatest Hits, One Night Only, 10/21/2000. 27 songs, greatest hits. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Someone Saved My Life Tonight, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, I'm Still Standing, Sad Songs, Daniel, Rocket Man, Philadelphia Freedom, all kinds of good stuff. Then DVD 2, London, the Royal Opera House, 12102. That's 12 songs. 60 Years On, Take Me to the Pilot. Tonight, Sorry Seems to Be the Hardest Word. Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Good stuff like that. DVD 3 is from Turkey, The Great Amphitheater, 7/17/01. 21 tracks, sorry. Goes on to the next page. 21 tracks on that, so that's pretty long. You know, Your Song, Someone Saved My Life Tonight, Honky Cat, Blue Eyes, Sacrifice, Philadelphia Freedom, the Crocodile Rock, good stuff like that. And then DVD 4, which is really cool, Elton in 4 Decades. It's different, performances, videos, TV performances. 3 from the 70s, 3 from the 80s, 3 from the 90s, and 3 from the 2000s. You get Your Song, Rocket Man, Mona Lisa's and Manhattans from the 70s. From the 80s, I'm Still Standing. I guess that's why they call it the blues, and Empty Garden. Hey, Hey Johnny, a song about John Lennon. From the 90s, Sacrifice, Can You Feel the Love Tonight and Believe. And from the 2000s, you get I Want Love, This Train Don't Stop There Anymore, and Are You Ready for Love. Various, and that's, stuff from the BBC, early TV appearances, music videos, cool stuff like that on the 4th disc. So this, and I think this was a Best Buy exclusive when it first came out, so this is really cool to have. Next is Elton 60. This is his 60th birthday concert, live at Madison Square Garden. There's the back cover, and when we open it, 2 discs and a sizable booklet. There's the back cover. Let's see how much music is on this. This is from, so the 2 discs. The first disc is the concert. Elton's record-breaking 60th, 60th performance at Madison Square Garden on his 60th birthday. So not only is it his 60th birthday, it was his 60th time playing at Madison Square Garden. I'm not sure if that's entirely correct. I guess that's correct. They wrote it. But it's from March 25th, 2007, and it is presented here in its entirety. So there's all the songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 33 songs, so it's really long. The complete concert. That would have been a cool concert to be at, and covers his whole career. Starts out with 60 Years On, which was from his first or second album. All the hits: Tiny Dancer, Philadelphia Freedom, Sad Song, Say So Much, Rocket Man, Daniel. And then the second DVD, the second disc here, Live, Rare, and Unseen, and Elton's New York Stories. The Live, Rare, and Unseen part is archive footage of many of Elton's concert and TV performances through the years. Like Your Song at Montage, Border Song from Swiss TV in 1970, 60 Years On in Concert from 1970, Tiny Dancer on the BBC 1971, Rocket Man at Royal Festival Hall in 1972, Daniel from the Edinburgh Playhouse Theatre 1976, I'm Still Standing from Wembley Stadium 1984, Benny and the Jets and Song for Guy from Australia 1984, Tinderbox from St. Luke's 2006, and then Elton's New York Stories, songs about New York, songs that were inspired by New York, Mona Lisa's and Manhattans from the Royal Festival Hall 1972, We All Fall in Love Sometimes, Madison Square Garden 2005, Wouldn't Have It Any Other Way from St. Luke's 2006. So the first disc is that 33 song concert, and the second disc is various concert and TV in concert live and talk show and TV performances from 1970 all the way to 2006. Let's see if I can find a full running time for this. And then again, then the booklet, and then I forgot to show you the booklet. It's not huge, but pretty sizable for a single DVD case. And there's the song list again with credits, and just tons of pictures, similar to that other set. And I'm finding everything but the running time of the. See, and look, it even shows like the 33 songs. Like there's song number 29, and gives credits for it. And so I actually counted right, folks. Song 30, 31, 32, and 33. So there's a page devoted to each song in the concert in this book. There's songs 10 and 11. Let's take a look at the discs. The discs have no information on them. But, so, sorry, I screwed up. Can't find the running time on this, but it's got to be really long, right? 33 songs on the first disc, and all kinds of concert footage on the second. So this is, if they wanted to, they could have put this into one of those huge box sets. And last but not least is Elton John, The Red Piano. This is another set similar. Those mini box sets that open up. There's the back, and there's the booklet. And it's another one of these sets that are all one piece. 4 discs that open up, rather huge. This one has a lot less pictures though. I'll flip it closed, just black there. And here's the booklet, Elton John, The Red Piano, back cover. And this is actually not all DVDs. This is 2 DVDs and 2 CDs. So DVD 1 is The Red Piano Show, which is 14 songs. And this is a show that he does in Vegas. He had a residency, like at which hotel in Vegas, I'm not sure. I don't want to say and be wrong. You know, but he would do the same show at Caesar's Palace. That's it. Okay. So in Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, he would do a certain number of shows a year, contracted to do it, and it was called The Red Piano. So the 14 songs, you know, Benny and the Jets, Daniel, Rocket Man, Tiny Dancer, Candle in the Wind, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, closing out with your song. And the second DVD is a lengthy documentary on the whole experience, backstage stuff. And then the second the third and fourth discs, the second set of discs, are CD1 and CD2, which are basically the same. It's the Red Piano Show again, but saves me the trouble of making the CDs, and so I can just listen to them in the car. So this, again, as this one should have probably been, I think, in my opinion, in a bigger box, this one could have been in a much smaller box, because it's just one concert and a documentary with 2 CDs. And the CDs are basically the same songs that I mentioned. Okay, we're coming to the half-hour mark, so I'm going to end this segment now. I know we only got through 2 artists, but considering Billy Joel is my favorite of all time, along with Harry Chapin, I had to spend some time on him. And we finished out with Elton John. So that's the Billy Joel and Elton John DVD collection there. And next time we'll pick up with more J's. Nope, sorry, not that kind of J. We'll pick up with the end of J and continue on through K, L, M, and, well, you guys know the alphabet, right? Okay. I'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.